Hello everybody, and welcome to Kegero Deception 2. We are here for a very special treat. This is an old PS1 title, developed by Tecmo, believe it or not. Back then, yes, Koei Tecmo, before they become Koei Tecmo, this is one of the games they made. One of the franchises they made. This is a trap-based survival puzzle game, in a way. It has, you know, puzzles in terms of how you defeat certain enemies. You need to have certain traps available. You use traps to kill your enemies and take them down in various ways. That is kind of like a torture chamber, torture room. This is the second game. The first game is kind of rough to play, really, and I really don't care. They're not connected canonically, to my knowledge. So it's fine jumping into the second game without knowing the previous game. It's literally like its own thing. Same with the third one. The third one's actually not bad either. I haven't beaten that one. I've definitely beaten this one, though. At least gotten one of the endings. And I do like the third one. I might play that eventually. But for now, we're going to just focus on Kegero Deception 2, which is quite a treat. This is a game that my dad has played and I never played as growing up until emulation was possible for me. So we are going to start a new game. But yes, this is a game that will explain itself as we play. Of course, we were the little girl in the beginning cutscene. Her name is Millennia, and for the purposes of the playthrough, I will continue to stick with the canonical name, which is Millennia. So we will not change her name. Is this name okay? Yes, it is. So there's no voice acting in this game. It's an old PS1 title, so there's none of that in here. But I will do my best to just read certain snippets here and there just to help provide a bit of storytelling. But I'll explain more as we go. I'm pretty excited though to play this. There is a special immortal species with pearly blue skin and blue blood called Time-Noids, TMD for short. The Time-Noids are superior to humans in every way. Almost true. Eons ago, when humans were feral and lived in chaos, the Time-Noids shared their wisdom and ways. Pretty helpful and kindness of them. The humans were grateful and respected, just like I said, and respected the Time-Noids for enriching their lives. Thus, the Time-Noids gained power naturally. Obviously. Most humans were content with their newfound peace and believed it would last forever. That was a mistake on their part, that's for sure. Ah, yes. The beginning cutscene. This game doesn't look this good usually. It looks pretty rough on native PS1 graphics. Yes, her name is Yokal. Or Yokol. The names in this game are so bad it's good levels of territory, and you'll see very soon. So this is the king of the Time-Noids, King Eclipse. And I believe, yes, Eclipse is spelled wrong, if I recall. I don't think that's how you spell Eclipse. There's a lot of spelling errors, but we'll do our best not to completely ignore them. Further education, that's not that bad. Huh. If she's not well educated, she will remain a mere human. I get the feeling that Millennia, our character, is probably an experiment of sorts by the Time-Noids. Also, yes, those are spikes in the throne room. There's a lot of wacky stuff in these levels. Fair enough. Putting us to use. Prove our worth. And yeah. So we will get to our beginning levels. And here is our selection screen. So we get our traps, you know, pick, create, know what trap we're using. The map, which checks the level out, shows you where all the traps, like the actual level traps, are in the game. And yes, you can be hurt by your own traps and by traps in the level. It is not fun and is not recommended. Trust me. Enemy data lets us know who we're facing. You can't see it because I think I'm covering it, but this is Dar the Villager. A village man recently wed in bliss to sweet Lilia. Very interesting first enemy. Save, data, battle start. Traps over here, trap select. You can just select which trap you're using. You have 3 different sets of traps. You have ceilings, walls, and floors. Ceilings and floors cannot be on the same tile of traps you can use. They have to be separate, which kind of sucks, but I understand it can be kind of broken if you have multiple traps in one area. You kind of have to be a little bit smart with it and a little bit more tactical. So we only have Mega Rock, which is very nice. Lots of damage. Long charge rate, but that's fine. Slow gas, which is only okay for the most part. You got Press Wall, which is not really that useful at the moment, but it might be in some situations. We have Arrow Slits, which are very nice. Small Bombs, which is not too bad, and a Bear Trap, which is pretty neat. And then we only get to 3 traps per trap tile, and this is here to show you what kind of stuff you can get. There's some things I want to get on here immediately, but that is for another time. If you do not have money, Trap Make is where you spend money, which is Arc. I don't know why it's called Arc, but we'll figure that out maybe as we go on. But yes, so we get to start the mission with Chapter 1, An Innocent Girl. How innocent? I do not know. Will she stay innocent? Probably not. Simple enough. Okay, that's not a bold assumption. Sure you can. You can do it. Alright, thank you for, you know, instilling your faith in me, mother. Quote unquote mother. Okay. Fair enough. I guess we'll do it. Yes, so this will heal us. This will heal all wounds. I would like to avoid using these at all times. There are 4 rooms in this council. Circle the map. Yep. Review traps, dope. I already know. It's pretty straightforward. I'll explain as I go. Oh, Dar. I'm sorry, brother. You have a dumb name, but you're going to not have a fun time here, unfortunately. He seems to arrive. Please take care in battle. But you just said to defeat all the humans because they're greedy. You said you invited him here. So yes, this is how the game looks and plays, more or less. It is a tank control, choppy experience, but it kind of has its own charm, to say the least. Yes. So yep, to use traps, we just hit circle, hit X, and we're gonna place a rock over his head. Have an arrow slit here, and a bear trap. As you can see, cannot set a trap over another trap. That is unfortunate. You can set a bear trap here, or a rock trap there as well. But unfortunately, we cannot use that. And with traps, you need to have a wait time period. So you do have to set up beforehand, hopefully. And if you're dealing with enemies that you just got into a room and they're nearby, you kind of have to avoid them as best as you can while you let your traps, design your traps and let them charge. So for now, we're just gonna hit him with an arrow and let the rock finish him off. Combos give you bonus art, so bonus money. What happened? And he's dead. And once you kill all targets, that's it. Mission accomplished. Yes, mother. And that's just how you clear a level. It's very straightforward. There's gonna be some mission parameters that kind of change, but more or less it's the same thing. And yes, this is our like end screen. We get money based on damage, combos. If we killed everybody, we get also extra bonus money for killing them. And life bonus. If you take no damage, you get no damage clear with 1,000 bonus money, which is huge. It's probably gonna be like your most reliable source of money early on. So make sure you don't take any damage, because once you do, even if you take like a tiny bit, it kind of removes like a couple hundred. It's not amazing. But yes, that is the first level. Not much to say about that. Usually after every level, there is a cutscene that will play. Yes, this man's name is Slash. A very He-Man name, if I might say so myself. So this is the wife of the man we just killed. Fair enough. He hasn't returned from the castle. Now that got your attention? So yeah, so I just want to point out, a lot of the guys we kill aren't exactly bad people, at least at the start. They're kind of just like here to take revenge because we just killed their loved ones or friends or family. Straight up, like, we may be the bad guys, guys. Later on, we do face enemies that aren't exactly good. Like, I won't feel bad killing them. But yeah, at the start, we're not exactly good either. But like I said, the series isn't going to exactly be long episodes. There will be more to do later on. You're going to see a previous save. I did try to record this earlier, but ran into some problems. So I had to redo this episode for today. But I think I fixed my problems. I made sure to check everything. And yes, it should be all good to go. But yes, that's going to be it for this episode. Stick with it. It gets way more interesting as we go on. This is just the beginning. You'll get to see more gameplay in the next coming episodes, which is a bit more interesting. But for now, thank you guys so much all for watching. I'm pretty excited to do this series, so I hope you are too. Leave a like if you want to see more. And yeah, I'm Mickey Austin, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.